Hello everyone, just Delta here, and damn, time really does fly by faster than you would expect now these days. And to think the video that really started my channel is already a year old, so why don't I go back and give it another shot? As I do recall, I wasn't nice nor positive with this game at all, but a year has passed, and I'm willing to make a redo with this fan game and see if the problems I have with this game still remains. And what else could I say about it? So let's begin with those positives. Nothing much has changed. I'm still happy that the animatronics do have a kill timer rather than RNG timer. The UI was a much needed change to make it less stolen/borrowed and more of its own thing. The body factor was something that should have been fixed from day one in the original. The added custom night is a nice addition, along with the rewards and the added stuff to the extras. There is an actual game over screen. Now there's two positives that I did overlook as a negative in my original review before. One of them being the lighting. What I mean by this is that I can see what or who character is in this location. As before, I couldn't tell who's in that location in the original due to the fact that both the background and the animatronics blend in with each other. Now for the second, it's the story. Continuing off of the TRTF story plus the others after 5 is a smart way to do it, because if I do recall in my old review...
Is it as bad as the original soap slip ending? Kinda, but not really. Is it really edgy to the point that it takes itself way too serious? Well, yes actually, but then again most TRTF fan games now these days take themselves dead serious with their story and I can't help but just giggle at it.
Now I don't mind it, it's always better than the original, but maybe that's because I'm looking at it from an outsider's point of view, and I don't really care about the series anymore. Oh, and I do like this animation of buying. That's literally it. Nothing more. Now for those negatives, one of them being the intro. When you boot up the game for the first time, or reset your save file, you get this intro and you can't skip it. Don't know why you didn't think that maybe people don't want to watch this and just want to play the game away. I should add a skip button, but there's still none in the current version. The second problem being the filter for the camera stack. Now, I would still take this over the original that has 3 to 4 finesse static filters on top of each other, but I still find this filter annoying nonetheless. Third problem, the models. This is still something that never gel well with me, even after leaving the TRTF community, and that will be the use of the TRTF 5 models. Now the reason for him doing this is to be consistent with the story/lore of the TRTF 5 plus beyond games. On one hand, from an outsider's POV, it makes sense, but from an insider's POV, it's incredibly lazy, since you don't have to put much effort into the models. Just give them normal eyes and you're done. It wouldn't be that much of a deal since you already make your own models and prompts for your Raw Solo remake, but you couldn't for this one? I'm sorry, but that just screams laziness to me, and you can't convince me that it doesn't. Fourth problem, the character overlap. This one still annoys me to this day. The fact that it still exists in this game is fascinating to me. That any of the characters can overlap each other and the cameras without knowing if they're still in or not hurts this game in more ways than you would expect. Oh, and also, if you press new game, if you have been Night 6 plus the challenges, it will reset your save file completely, making this pointless. But why? I have a feeling that this is an overlook and it needs to be hot fixed immediately, even though it's been over a year. It's better fix it now more than ever. And finally, both Bonnie and Collie, but mostly Collie, are still annoying and unfun to deal with, since you're going to be doing this most of the time when they're outside your office. Jeez, it would have been a good time to add in those lane animation for both Bonnie and Collie to make it less miserable and more fun to deal with. But I think that wraps things up with this fan game once and for all. Even though my problems with this fan game still remains, that shouldn't stop people from enjoying it and be excited for its next game. But will I make a review on it? Well, once it does come out, we'll see from there. Other than that, see ya.